All right. I think we are live. So once again, if you guys could just send a message saying that you can hear us and see us, and then we'll go ahead and get started. We had our internet out last night, so I'm hoping that the internet will stay on for the duration. Shows we have 3 people on. And there could be a delay because our internet's very slow. But again, if someone could just send a message that you can hear us and see us, then we'll go ahead and get started. Shows we have six people on. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, good evening, good morning.
Yes. All right, so we do have a couple folks chiming in. So Glenn says, I hear and see you. Very good. So now we know that we have everything connected properly. Our internet for the last maybe 2 weeks has been in and out, spotty. Actually, it was out for 3 days. And you don't realize how dependent you are on internet. So last night, in the middle of the night, the power went out. And we have a generator for this the townhomes here. So it's on about a 30-second delay. So in 30 seconds, the power comes back on, but sometimes the internet doesn't. It takes a little bit longer to reboot. So it went out last night, and we're like, oh, geez, that's not good. But we finally did get internet back. I see Laura is on. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
How are you?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Laura, the puppies are doing good. I know you love dogs. They ate a lot of that food. We didn't give them too much, but they were naturals at it. So it's probably the that chicken that you put in with it.
It's chicken broth.
Chicken broth, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she soaked chicken broth with the rice just so it was very soft, and they ate it. Yeah, you said you wish you could get one of the puppies. I know. They're cute, and I don't know if you could pick up on the camera, but Pino, the little tan one or the gray looking one, has very dark blue eyes, like ocean blue eyes, both eyes. Really, really pretty eyes, and they're 2 chubby puppies, right?
Yes.
They're heavy. Their stomachs are the biggest part of their body.
They're heavy.
Yeah, they're very heavy, right?
Very heavy.
Running around, and yeah, they're starting to venture a lot more. We're catching them in the carport. They've been jumping up from the dirty kitchen up into the main house, and actually we were watching some of the tiling, and one of them, I think it was Philip, ran into the cement.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of cement there, and he was just starting to walk into it, and Wilma seen it and caught him. So we put up a barrier that they can't get over between the dirty kitchen and the main room, because that's where the guys are working. We don't want them to get stepped on. So Wilma put a nice little barrier there. So we know with Christmas right around the corner that this would be a challenging time for people to join. It shows we have 10 people on, so that's good. But I know everyone is shopping, preparing food, getting their house ready for decorations or people coming over, or the last minute shoppers.
Last minute, yeah.
Yeah, we were downtown 2 nights ago, getting stuff for the party, and boy, was it busy.
Oh, it's too busy.
I mean, really busy, like New York City busy. It was so busy. So yeah, Laura, I wish you could take one of the puppies. Wilma and I've been saying, should we, change our mind and take one, because they're just so cute. But we do have them adopted, and Philip Pino, which was named by my sister, the two guys that are going to take the dogs, they love the names. When we were talking about it, they're like, "Oh, that's a pretty good name. We're going to keep those names." So that was pretty good. Gloria's on. Hi, Wilma and Greg. Great to see you both. It's 18 degrees in the Hudson Valley.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah, I know there's a storm coming, or you guys are in the middle of a storm. Very, very cold wind chills, right? Very cold wind chills. And I heard that from like Rochester down to Pennsylvania, the thruway's closed. So just very difficult for commercial trucking right now.
Yes, I don't miss that.
Yeah, that's kind of what Wilma and I did
Deal with.
many times ago, but years ago. But yeah, storms are tough. Just think about all the heat that's going to be needed, right?
Oh, yes.
To keep everyone's homes warm with the cost of fuel oil and propane, and just imagine everyone's heater, right?
Try to stay warm, guys.
Yeah, try to stay warm. So Gloria, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Laura, they can watch replay. It's 5 p.m. here in Arizona. Yeah. We always, when we do a live stream, I think this is our fifth one. We always click replay yes. So once this is over, it goes in as just like a regular video, and then anybody can watch it. So that's a good point, Laura. Take sanity. Yeah, we gotta look into that, Laura, for sure. And what I understand and what I have heard from a lot of people, that vets here usually make house calls. So right, it's very popular. So I've heard that more than once here. So we got to look into that. They'll come to the house with all their things and take care of the animals. So we got quite a few. We got 15 people on. So that's great. We were a little concerned that we weren't going to get too many people, but we wanted to do a live stream for Christmas. We wanted to wish all our subscribers and viewers a Merry Christmas. It's a real special time of year. It's a little sad being by ourselves a little bit. We normally have family over when we're in the U.S. Or last year we were in Leyte with Wilma's family. And then, this year, with building a house, we just didn't want to travel. And we wanted to keep an eye on the build and see it through, because we want to do things right the first time. So we decided to stay here, and it's the right decision overall. But I think this is the first time ever that we're going to be just us. So let's see if we're still married after Christmas.
I think we'll be closer even.
Even closer?
Yeah.
That's good. Even closer.
Yeah.
I think that would be impossible, but
hit the like button, guys.
yeah, 15 on, 3 likes. So all right, so let's see where we're at. Gloria, yes, it's worse farther north. Yeah, we heard the more northern you go towards Canada, it's getting colder and colder. Then I watched, I guess because I watch so many videos, and I guess my VPN, I usually click on for New York. I get a lot of New York news, And it said Buffalo, I think it was last night, could get up to 5 feet of snow in one storm. 5 feet in one storm. Whew, that's a lot. My daughter lives, this is Gloria. My daughter lives by the river, and it has been checking, with a lot of water with overflow, right? Yeah. Yep. Be careful out there, guys. So Laura says it's 65, and I know you're in Arizona. Laura, I think you're in Phoenix, right? Phoenix, Arizona. 65 degrees, it's not bad. I think we'd freeze at 65, because there's a few times that the weather's dipped to maybe 78, and Wilma and I are actually cold. Wilma will put a jacket on, and when we go to parties, I mean, usually the evenings, like say you go to a party from say 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. I'm just guessing. Let's say it gets to 80 degrees. All the Filipinos put jackets on. Wilma doesn't, not at 80. But they all put jackets on,
It's chill for them because
And,
you're
you know,
used
they
to
put their
100.
hoodies on.
Yeah, you're used to 100 degrees, so 80 is cooler, a lot cooler for.
Yeah. All right, 65. I know that. Yeah, Laura says, I know there's a vet there for expats. There's gotta be. And there's vets. I'm sure there's quite a few vets around this area. We just have to look into it and get it taken care of. Friend of ours, John, I was just talking to not too long ago at one of the Christmas parties, and he was saying that a vet came right to his house and took care of everything. So I just got to talk to him about that. Gloria says, I love your home and look forward to seeing it completed. Yeah.
Can't wait to.
We can't wait. I mean, it's going well. The bill is going to be done 6, 7 months. You know, I always say that little extra just in case something happens. I mean, we're hoping that it'll be done by February 17th. But if it's not, let's say it goes over 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, that's fine. We can't wait to move in. We're really starting to talk about the finishing, you know, the fixtures and, you know, paint color, and, you know, the cabinets are already being built. I think they're going to look really, really good. And the granite's picked out, and, you know, a lot of the finishing work is picked out. So we've been really running around. I think I said it on the video. We've been going from about leaving the house at 8 a.m., getting home 6, 7 o'clock at night. We don't eat breakfast. We don't eat lunch at all. I mean, obviously we drink water, and I drink a lot of Gatorade. But we've been just on the go, and we come home and we're starving. And what I've been doing is I've been editing the videos up at the work site. So I'll shoot the videos, and then if I have, you know, sorry, I'll sit down for 30 minutes and I try to do the editing. And then the ride from the work site to where we are here in Dumaguete is about 30 minutes. So we let the video, it takes about 30 minutes for the video to create. So while I'm driving, I let it create, so that when I get back to the townhome, Wilma starts cooking dinner, and I sit down with the laptop and start transferring the files over to the laptop. And then, you know, if you guys have any channels, you'll know all the different things you have to do within YouTube to get a video to publish. You know, all the hashtags and the ad tags and the description box, and, you know, all the different things. You got to upload the thumbnail. So I've been doing that every night while Wilma cooks, and then by the time I get that done, we have the food ready because we're just too tired to go out. And usually, you know, we do all that together at night, right,
Yes.
when we get here. So Laura says, yes, Phoenix. Phoenix is a lovely area. I used to go to Phoenix quite a bit. I had a facility there that I used to visit in right outside of Phoenix. Would not like that much snow. Yes, 5 feet of snow is too much, especially all at once. And her home has flooded before, basement only. Yeah, I've had homes before where you get a lot of rain, the basements would flood. We had that before. It's not fun. You got to worry about mold and stuff like that. So Laura says that she's cold at 65 after 120-degree summer.
Mhm.
That's correct.
That's the same over here. Yeah, that's what people are used to 100 degrees, and then all of a sudden it's 80. And one time over there up by us was 72. That's
Yeah.
cold. I was cold.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you're used to, like Laura says, 120 degrees, and then you get, you know, down to 65, it does feel chilly to you,
Mhm.
especially if there's a breeze and if it's raining. A few times coming back, we get caught in rain showers, and yeah, it's chilly, you know, if it's in
Yeah.
the 80s. So question for Wilma. Um, was it hard to adjust to the weather after returning back to your home country? So from New York to here, was it hard to adjust to the heat?
It was very hard for me.
Yeah.
Actually, Greg did better than me for the first 6 months. It's just,
Yeah.
especially in Leyte, I just can't stop sweating.
Yeah.
It's like it was hard.
Yeah. Wilma has asthma.
Yeah.
So I think that actually, you could tell Wilma has asthma. She keeps it close by. So I think that adds to it.
Yes, maybe.
But it seemed in Leyte, or even downtown Dumaguete.
downtown.
When you go, I guess it has a lot to do with elevation. And I've said this to my family, it has so much to do with sun and shade. You know, when I was in the US, say it's summertime, it's 90 degrees, you stand in the sun, it's hot. You go in the shade, it feels a few degrees cooler. Not here. It's a big difference. And when you go out into the sun on a real hot day, your skin tingles immediately. And you can feel if you're standing in the sun, say for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, this is me. This is, I'm sure it's not the locals, but like say I'm standing with the sun behind me, I can feel my neck and my calves burning. I can feel it. So I don't know if you guys notice, I always look all greased up, all lubed up, because I put lotion on every single morning. That's what I use. We brought about a dozen of these. And I put SPF 50 on my legs, my hands, my arms, and my face and my neck, especially my face and my neck. Every single morning, like clockwork. It's just a routine now, and that helps a lot. That definitely helps. So definitely took time to adjust.
Took time.
Yeah. A couple of times early on, she was like, I can't take this heat anymore. That in the beginning, remember?
Yeah, so
especially in Palompon, Leyte.
It's just so hot.
Very, very hot. Laura says, I got to take care of Sandy. Yeah, she's doing so much better. I mean, she's doing really good. She's playing now, and she's kind of like the boss, because before, I think I told you guys, she was beat up every day of her life when we first got there. And that's why she had so many scars on her. And especially when the dogs got excited, they all seemed like 3 or 4 and would go after her. That doesn't happen anymore at all. We haven't seen it in a long time.
No, she's the boss now.
I think because she has energy, because she's eating good every day and the other dogs don't. And, we got to use caution feeding every dog up there, because there's a lot of strays, and there'll be 20 dogs standing there wanting to eat, literally. So we got to be cautious. But yeah, I'm glad that we did that, because she does not get beat up. In fact, she maybe has something to do with the puppies too. But even before the puppies were born, another dog comes on the property within the fence line. She chases them away, except for the one black dog. She doesn't do that, but she must be friends with that other black dog. Amazed at your work ethic of your workers and how they do things. Yeah, Gloria, the guys, I mean, they're building that home pretty much by hand tools, and they make a lot of their tools. So to me, that's amazing. And then what's also amazing is, typically when you build a house, the tile guys come in and the roof guy comes in, and then the floor guy and the wall. These guys do it all. So they have knowledge of everything. All right, so we got 19 people on, and a lot of comments are coming in, so it kind of moved up, so I got to bring it down so I don't skip anybody. All right, so Bookham Dano and Panay says hello.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
You guys just finished your house in Central Luzon on our way to retire January 22nd. Wow, congratulations. Right, congrats. So you're retiring soon, and you'll be here in Luzon. Very nice. And then they said Merry Christmas. Yes. Matthew, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Mayun Buntag. I'm trying to learn a little Bisaya. Eyes wide open. Merry Christmas, Greg and Wilma. Hope you had a good time at the village party. 55 degrees this morning in Connecticut, dropped down to 27. Wow, that's quick. I heard that too, that the temperature is going to drop very fast in the Northeast already tonight. I'm ready for Filipino time. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that about the feeding the village. We were invited to join in, and we bought 100 kilos of rice, and we also bought 200 dinner rolls, like little dinner rolls. 200 of them, and we had the best time at that feeding the village, right?
It was so nice to see all the kids with the big smiles, and everybody was just so happy and grateful, to have different food and be with their neighbor, and everybody just get along good. Yeah, it was great. It was nice feelings.
It was really
It's
nice.
just like, yeah, just
We shot a video, and I think it's my favorite video of all. I've already did the editing. It's already uploaded into YouTube. It comes on 6 p.m. tonight. So Christmas Eve here in the Philippines, 6 p.m. So that would be 5 a.m.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve morning, East Coast, US. I think it's about 17 minutes, something like that. It's absolutely a must see. It was so fun. The people were amazing. The food was great. Everybody got toys. Nobody was left out. There was a lot of games. And I don't want to, there's a couple funny parts,
Yeah,
but we don't want to
yeah.
say.
You guys should watch it because when we were doing our editing, and Greg and I were actually laughing so hard, just just watch it.
It's just amazing. We had really good time. So feeding, I think I called it Feeding the Village.
Yeah.
It's a really good video. So try to watch it.
Yeah.
We're all chiming in late. Okay, it's PPM. Hello, Merry Christmas. Thank you for adopting Sandy. Anna, hello, Greg and Wilma. It's Anna here watching while you're on my break at work at the hospital. I'm excited to see your video about feeding the village. Yeah, Anna.
Hello, Anna.
Thank you for commenting so much. I
Yeah.
love to see your comments. Very nice comments. Appreciate it. And like I said, it's our best video. And I don't want to exaggerate it. It's the best time I think I've had since I've been here. It was about, well, we were there back and forth, but we got there early in the morning to drop all the food off. And then we wanted the dinner rolls to be fresh. So what we did was we ran up to the work site, saw the guys and gave their care packages out. Then we had to go to the neighbors behind us and give out their care packages, which they were very happy about. And we gave Alexandra double,
Yes.
gave them 2 care packages. Then we ran back down again to join, but we got there with plenty of time. We had a large pig that Justin bought. Had to have been at least 100-pound pig.
Yes, that's about.
About 100 pounds, right? And it was delicious, absolutely delicious. PPM says Merry Christmas. We got 25 people on, 14 likes, very nice. Matthew, question. Other than scuba diving, are you planning on trying out any new hobbies? I mean, not that we've really talked about. We like to snorkel a lot because snorkeling is easy. We like to do that. We've done that for years. Scuba diving just because it was on our bucket list, and then living in Darwin, a lot of people don't know, but they're starting to know, and probably because of Justin, because he's so popular here with his videos. Videoing underwater. If you've seen some of the equipment he has, I mean, it's just unbelievable. So there's so many different types of fish and octopus and different types of critters, as Justin calls it, that's in this area that is very popular. If you go up and down Darwin, I don't even know. I guess we should know. I'm going to say 25 resorts. And, it's something like a few of these resorts are,
Nice.
2 or 3 swimming pools, 2 or 3 bars, like 2 restaurants, 2, 3 floors of rooms right on the beach, beautiful grounds. And what we're doing now is we've been going to dinner down the boulevard, and there's got to be 20, 25 restaurants down there. But now we're starting that we're going to be living in Dow and start hitting these resorts. And, they all have restaurants, and we're trying them now for the first time. So I see us kind of sticking around Darwin just because it's such a beautiful area. And a lot of people from Europe seem to go to these dive shops. And it's basically a resort. So if you're not a scuba diver, that's fine. There's plenty to do. You can snorkel, or a lot of them have a dive shop attached to the resort, where as long as you have your certification card, which Wilma and I now have, you just present that to them, and then you can go out on the dive. And actually, today's Saturday, right?
Yes.
So Friday, I think it's the 30th of January, Wilma and I are doing a first excursion. We're going out with Justin and a few other folks out to Apo Island, and we're going to do, I think, 3 dives in one day.
Yeah.
So
But break it up then,
we're
right?
gonna break it up.
Lunch in between.
Yeah, lunch in between.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take the boat ride out, which I think is about 10 miles. Don't quote me on it, but I think from Darwin Beach to Apo Island, which is the island you see right from our house, that island out there. It's about 10 miles out into the ocean. But the water out there is supposed to be, more clear than Darwin, which I don't know how it can be. If you've seen our scuba video, the water was just so clean. And you could see for long distances, but they say the water out there is even better. So we're looking forward to that. All right, so Jeff Vance at Dumagetti looking at overlooking property in Darwin Monday morning. Wish me luck. Yeah, Jeff, congratulations. Hopefully it works out for you. So Jeff is going to be looking at an overlooking. And for you guys that don't know, overlooking property is overlooking the ocean. So you'll be, Jeff, the same view as us. So good luck to you.
Oh,
Oh, I missed one.
yeah.
PP on Paul here. Yes, I was very moved by your involvement in Feed the Village. Yeah, we want to do more of that. Actually, a lot more. So Wilma does things all the time that you guys never see, and we will continue to do a lot of things that you guys will never see because we like keeping it, anonymous. But with Justin, the things that guy has done, and I don't think he'll mind me saying, he's 36 years old. He's young. My oldest son is 32, so he's just a young guy. And the stuff that he's doing, I don't want to give away some of the video, but he built a home there for the Filipino people to have shelter in the typhoon. And I showed that. And some of you guys may know that, but that's part of the video. Now, he didn't build it himself. He had a contractor do it, and he got donations from local people and people on YouTube. But I'll watch the video, and I kind of tell a story about a typhoon that came through there and really took out the neighborhood. My partner, Leah, and I headed to Dumagetti after Christmas to start looking at property. Yeah, start now. Prices are going up for sure. It seems like all of a sudden, Darwin, and we were told this, a while ago, there's an international airport getting built in this area, not in Darwin, but neighboring Barangay. So that is going to bring in a lot of tourism, and it has a lot to do with all the resorts that are being built or that is built, and the fact that scuba diving is such a major thing here and becoming bigger and bigger. So all the locals are saying because of that airport, Darwin's going to be the new, what is it, Palawan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Developing Palawan.
Yeah. So Darwin's going to be the new Palawan, that's everybody's saying. So property values are inching up. So,
so the Paul send you an email.
Okay, good. Yeah, Gloria, the guys were very surprised, and they're so appreciative, and same thing with, so many of the adults after the party was over yesterday walked up and wanted to hold my hand and say thank you, and the kids, and I had some kids hanging out with me.
Yes.
Because what I always do is, when there's games, there's winners and losers, and the losers get upset, and they're, call them losers, but you know what I mean. They didn't win, and some of the little girls were crying a little bit. So what I was doing is, anybody who lost, they figured it out pretty quick. I had a bunch of candy with me, and Wilma would hand me candy, and I was giving candy to some of the little girls there. And then 4 of them sat next to me for over an hour. And they wouldn't leave my side. And I was talking to them, got their ages and you know, what grade they were in. And you know, one of the things that I've noticed here, and the same thing in Lake, when you give a kid a piece of candy, they don't want to eat it. They hold on to it and they look at it and they touch it. And they sat there for an hour and they did not open up one piece of candy because they get candy very, very rarely.
Especially chocolate.
Yeah, especially chocolate, maybe never. And they don't want to open it up and eat it and then it's done, it's gone. So they just hold on to it. And a lot of times it'll melt. And I'm always saying, you know, eat your candy, I'll get you more. So what I did was I gave them cups and I would stuff like 5 of them in there because they were pretty good sized candies. I stuffed like 5 because the kids, if they won, they got 1. But these girls, I gave them like 5 each. And they were just sitting there and they wouldn't leave my side, right?
No, they were actually like talking to you or me translating to them, but they understand a lot.
A lot of games yesterday, you'll see. Yeah, so PPM says, good luck, Vance. Absolutely. Jeff, Vance, good luck. Look at a lot of pieces of property for sure. Look at as many as you can. And send me an email, so that's good. I'll definitely take a look at that. All right, let me go down. Okay, so Gib just joined, says hello, enjoy your channel. Hello, appreciate it. Anna says, you probably see the most beautiful smiles of children, grateful and happy with small things they got from that Christmas gathering. Can't wait to do the same once I'm there. Yeah, if you're going to be in this general area, you can join us. That would be great. Or start your own wherever you're going to be. Because it really doesn't cost a lot of money. It really does, especially if you get a few people together. And very, very grateful. And, you know, the kids are so well behaved and nobody's reaching over and grabbing or nothing like that. They're so well behaved. Love seeing those videos. Watch Bud around, and he does videos about sharing with different families. Yeah, we've met Bud many, many times. He knows us now. We see him around town. We've seen him at a couple Christmas parties. We've seen him at meet and greets. He's getting ready. I don't know if you know, he's getting ready, Gloria and himself, moving to Mexico. So they miss their 2 children, but Bud and Gloria have 2 children. They're grown, a boy and a girl. And I think they're in their 30s, and they live in Southern California. So they're going there for a month, and then they're going to Mexico. Okay, Laura, it's one of the 7 or 8 listings in the same town. Okay, Gibbs says, are you doing a total cost of your build when finished? Yes. Well, what we'll do is we'll do a budget video after everything is done. We will do that. All right, our grandsons, AJ and JJ, say hi, Grandma and Grandpa, Merry Christmas.
Hi, kids.
Hi, JJ,
Miss
AJ,
you.
miss you guys. Hey, let's do like we did last year, set up the camera so I can watch the kids open up their presents.
Yes.
That was really nice last year. All right, see what we got. We got 28 people on, very nice. Eyes wide open. Thanks for helping out, Justin and Judea. Look forward to your video. I think that viewers love about the Philippines is the people and sense of community. Yeah, you got to watch that video. I hope it's popular. When we do videos, it seems like when we do a home build update, it gets a decent amount of views, say anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 views. We had one video like 7 videos ago, got 14,000 views. One video, 14,000 views. But when we do something like going to dinner or scuba or something like that, it gets half, which is fine. But we are trying to mix it up a little bit. I mean, we don't want to just be a one-dimensional channel. We're trying to not just show our build and then give anybody assistance or recommendations on helping them, which is what it's all about as well. We like to branch out and show you guys because there's a lot of viewers that will probably never come to the Philippines. And they're just interested in the area. So I try to show some stores in the area. We're getting ready to go on that excursion out to Apple Island. I want to video that. I want to video underwater to show you some of the fish life that we see. We're trying to mix it up to make it interesting, but it just seems like they're not popular, and that's okay. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. But I do recommend, because it's Christmas, watch that video that's coming out. Our very next video, feeding a village, and you'll really see what Christmas is all about. You really will see the real Philippines. A lot of people say, and I agree, that a lot of vloggers show all the beauty, right? They show the beautiful water, or the nice restaurants, or the girls walking around in their bikinis. Um, that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's only one side of the Philippines. There's a larger side, a much larger side, like 90% to 10%. The bikinis and the beach is 10%. The real Philippines is the locals working very, very hard just to put food on the table. So many kids here walk bare feet every day. Wilma said to me, we had a bunch of presents for the kids and a bunch of chanellas, so flip-flops. And Wilma said to me, when the little kids lined up, Wilma would say, what would you like? You get to pick one. She said they all said chanellas. So there was, little Barbie dolls and,
Yes.
Little glitter this, little makeup kits, little this, little that. The boys, it was like Power Rangers and stuff like that. The kids didn't say they want Power Rangers. They wanted
No,
flip-flops.
they want flip-flops. And you know what? It brings back memory. I can relate to those kids. Growing up, all I wanted is a flip-flop also, because growing up, I have a mismatched flip-flop. Just whatever got washed from typhoon, and so you have two different match flip-flop. Because or otherwise you'd be walking barefoot.
Yeah.
So I can relate to those kids. So that's why I was touched yesterday from those kids.
Yeah. Yep. It's amazing that a 7-year-old that has an opportunity to pick.
Toys.
We had volleyball, basketballs, little cheap ones, little toys, dolls, and trucks, little plastic trucks, and excavators and stuff like that. Little toys. The kids were like, I don't want that. I want flip-flops. Amazing. There's a lot of kids in the world that only want iPads. I want cell phones, right?
They have more than they need.
Yeah. Okay, Gloria. Okay, Gloria says, does your family in the USA plan to visit in the future? Probably not. Maybe. Yeah. We hope so someday. It's a long way, and we don't expect, of course, our youngest is half Filipino, and he's been here 3 or 4 times. Sure, but he has his own career starting as well. So, it's going to be tough for him to get away for any length of time. And then when it's on the other side of the world, you really can't come for a week. It takes, it took us 30 hours to get here. It's about average, right? About 30 hours for all total. When you leave your home, in our case, New York, at the time we got to, say, her house in Leyte, it was about 30 hours if you go straight through. And then if you stay overnight in Manila, then add more time to that. So it's not easy. We hope so. I think it would be fantastic, but it's challenging. So we'll see. So yeah, Greg, sounds good. Will do. It's -30 wind chill tonight. Yeah, so it's going to get windy. Man, stay warm, guys.
Stay warm, JJ, AJ. We miss you guys.
We miss you guys a lot. And keep sending the videos. I think I've said it on a couple live streams already. And as a matter of fact, I heard it last night. So many times, 2 o'clock in the morning, Wilma will play a video of AJ or JJ.
I woke up and
And, you guys normally send, it's 20, 25 seconds of them doing something. And well, I keep hearing, I'm like, I wake up in the middle of the night and she's playing the video like 7 times in a row. She just loves those
I
kids.
miss them.
It happened last night. You did it last night. Wake me up.
Sorry.
That's okay. Gloria says, I'm curious as to what your home would cost in the USA. I don't know. I mean, the property itself, I mean, we really think we hit a home run with the property. I can only imagine, say, in the warm weather, so say San Diego or Florida, a piece of property that overlooks the ocean. I don't know. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds. And then add that to the house, hundreds of thousands. So I think you guys are going to be surprised when you see our budget video because we're trying to do it as cheap as possible, but still using quality products. Yeah, Gloria said that she likes that we show the community. That's what we're trying to do. We try to mix it up. They're not popular. We wish that, they were, but we're trying to show the area as well. Like we did a whole video on the boulevard just to show you guys how alive the boulevard is at night. It's like that 7 days a week. Very, very busy. And we like to show it. I want to show the market. Now, the only problem going downtown, the market, add another 10 degrees. I don't know how the ladies work down there. I go down there and I'm just absolutely dying. And there's no air down there. I mean, I should take a thermometer with me. It's got to be 120. I'm not exaggerating.
It's too hot.
It's so hot down there, but I would love to do it because what it is the stuff down there is very cheap. It's pretty much like wholesale stuff. And then people buy from them and then take it back to their little barangays and then they add a little price to it. That's how it typically works. So people buy retail to sell retail. So it's not a good business model, but it's the way it is. They just add a little bit of cost to it to try to make some money. But we will continue to try to do more videos outside the build. Yeah, so Mark says, we see us going to buy things. What you guys don't notice is when we like the tile, the fixtures and stuff like that, the contractor meets us there. So there's a few things with the house that is not part of the contract. Landscaping. Landscaping is not part. So if I plant trees or the gravel that I'm bringing in there, that's not part of it. The refrigerator, the stove, our furniture, obviously, and the air conditioners and the water heaters, the 2 water heaters is not part of the build. Everything else is. The granite, the cabinets, everything. So what you don't see is he's always there. And, I may put the fixtures in my truck, but he just paid for it. So hopefully that clears that up. It's a good question. And the reason why I'm doing that is 1, I have a truck, and 2, I'm trying to help the builder for 2 reasons. We're tucked away. Typically, he doesn't do builds up that far. He doesn't. He likes to be more centrally located. So it's hard for him because he's doing 3.5 builds now. He's doing a renovation and 3 homes. He's very busy because he does quality work. He's known around here to do quality work. So, and I'm trying to speed up the build, right? If it's going to take 5 days for the tile to get up there, will the guys be delayed 5 days? Will they do other things? But if I can get it up there in 2 hours, does that make sense to me? The answer is yes. I'm going there anyway. So why not throw 2,000 pounds of tile and go up there to keep the guys busy and get the house built quicker? That's my thought process on it. And not to mention, I'm saving the contractor money. So when I ask for a favor, I'll get it. Right? One hand washes the other. I have a good relationship with the contractor. So my sister says, Gwen, She wants to make the trip, but it's a long one. You're right. It's a long trip, and it does take a lot out of you. I mean, I don't know if everyone gets a heavy, what do you call it, a jet lag.
Jet lag, yeah.
I didn't until this last trip. When we came here in 21, it took me 3 days to get back to normal. Because we were up 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep the next day. All right, I'm going to start going a little faster here because they're really starting to come in quick. Correction, it's now 20 degrees. I bet you missed, oh, wow, eyes wide open, 20 degrees where you're, yeah. I just wonder how my body would feel at 20 degrees right now. It would take me a while to adjust.
Again, yeah.
Back. So Gibbs says, I look forward to your channel each day. Is the ready mix available in the area? Poured concrete an option? No such thing as ready mix, doesn't exist. There's a lot of building material. Everything here is kind of at the raw state. Poured concrete, the answer is there is some concrete trucks, but they're pretty much, from what I understand, it's one company in this area. And I could be wrong, but I only see one company, and they use their trucks for road building. So I don't even think you could, on this island, I can't speak for all the Philippines, like order a whole truckload of cement and have it delivered all pre-mixed. And then throw in the fact that we're up a mountain that's very steep, and even those little trucks have a hell of a time getting up there. And then if it rains, those little trucks can't make the delivery. So we always try to look at the weather, like when I order the stone, and try to work around the rain because the trucks will just not make it up there. So I don't think, and again, I could be wrong, but I do not think a cement mixer could make it up to the site. And then lastly, the way the contractor works, they're not ready to do a whole truckload worth of pouring cement at one time. That's not the way they build. When they're doing floors, they do like one room at a time, and that's just their style. So, I mean, could they get ready? I guess they could, but that's just not their building style. But I don't think a concrete mixer can make it up there. What do you think?
No,
I don't
they're
think
not
so.
going to. They will just step over.
Yeah, I think they tip over. It's very steep.
Just too hard.
We're 638 meters above sea level. So do the math, 2,200 feet, something like that. And it's pretty steep. And the roads, as you see, the roads are not that great. They're very narrow. And we're lucky that we have concrete road all the way down to Darwin. But if there's two pickup trucks heading towards each other, we have to slow down when we pass each other because the roads are not that wide. Okay, my kids are from California, and I think that maybe only my daughter would ever come visit. Of course, she'd stay for a while. Yeah, absolutely. Kids have their lives. My two oldest sons are married. They have their careers. They're busy. They're raising kids. It's hard, and you really would have to come for 30 days. I mean, that's my opinion. Your visa's good for 29 days. I think they're getting ready to change that, or already did, to 60 or maybe 59. I think they're changing the law. But I think right now you get a free 29-day visa. So why not stay like 28 days? Because it's just a long way. We're on the other side of the world. Rex Spencer, checking in from San Diego, a cool 68 degrees.
That's a good weather.
I think I've said it before. We love San Diego. Yes. Such a good time there. So my son says he'll definitely send more videos.
Yes, thank you.
Gloria says, if not millions. Yeah, I agree. I mean, again, I don't want to boast, but I think if you built that home in California overlooking the ocean, or Florida overlooking the ocean, it probably would be $1 million. I really don't know. Gary's on. Good morning, Greg and Wilma.
Hi,
yes,
Gary.
I know you guys are traveling. We had breakfast with Gary, Sharon, and his two lovely children just a couple weeks ago. Gary's staying not too far from here. He needs to come up and see our work site, and he will right after he's enjoying his holiday. Malaysia, I believe, right, Gary? And yeah, it's good to hear from you again. And that's another thing. I want to keep saying it. We are meeting just so many nice people. And I think it has to do with, we're drawn in folks like us, typically married, looking to either rent a home or buy a lot and build a home here, committed relationships. It seems like that is the majority of the people that reach out. I'm getting so many emails. And I am behind a bit. I just answered a few this morning, and so many great emails. And we love the fact that we can offer some advice. Again, it's always the disclaimer. It's just a recommendation. Like I said to Jeff, don't look at one piece of property and buy it. I wouldn't do it. Even if you look at it and say, "Oh my God, this is perfect." Look at many, many pieces of property, and then do the research. Don't take what the real estate person tells you as gospel. Don't do that. If the owner of the property is there, you think they're going to tell you that there's an issue with the title? Maybe, maybe not. So do your research after you look at the property. Go to the municipal, talk to an attorney, and even then, I've heard of issues, but don't rush. It's just not worth it, and you don't want to get caught with a piece of property you can't build on. And we hear that a lot. We know people that we talk to that have paid for property and they cannot build on it. Now they may build on it in the future, but it may take 2, 3, 4, 5 years. When I say 5 years, I'm not exaggerating. And then we know people who bought property, paid for it, and can never build on it, ever.
That's it.
Sad. Can you imagine?
Yeah, what you're gonna do with that property?
What are you going to do with it? Grow vegetables? So slow it down, take your time, look at a lot of property. Remember, we went to 5 islands. So we didn't just look in Negros Oriental. So we took our time, if you have the time. Okay, let me just move this down. Gloria says, did you dig for well water? No, that was one of the big things on our list, is we did not want to dig a well here. Often when people dig wells, and it's, you don't drill for a well here, you dig for a well. So you hire somebody and they just take 2 shovels and a couple picks and they just start digging down till they hit water. Typically they hit a lot of rock. They hit like bedrock at so many feet, and then it takes forever to get through. The saying here is you dig till you hit to the blue or green rock. That's just what the locals say. They look for blue rock or green rock, and then they go through that, and then they hit water. But from what I also hear, the water that comes out of those wells is not drinkable because of the septic systems around here. So yeah, no, we wanted municipal water, a steady water flow onto our property, and we have that. So right behind our house is our meter, and we pay 70 cents a month for water. 70 cents a month. So no well. Septic system, yes. We built a very large septic system, 3 chambers. It's 7 foot deep. It's in the corner of the property. I have a leach field, which is very rare here, coming out of the 3rd chamber. So yeah, we have basically a 50-year septic system. Good questions. Man at work. Hello, Wilma and Greg. Merry Christmas from Switzerland. Congrats on all your work you have done from day one to now. It's really amazing to see the progress day after day. Good job, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas. I said in the last live stream, and I'll say it, we've been seeing a big influx from Canada, But in the last 2 or 3 weeks, for whatever reason, it might have something to do with that one video, because we've been averaging 1,000 to 2,000 views, and one video went to 14,000. It's like 14,200 views. All of a sudden, we're getting a lot of messages from like Switzerland, Austria, Germany, Belgium. We're getting a lot of people from Europe, UK. So we haven't seen that before, and all of a sudden we're getting a lot of views from Europe. So we like that very much. Mark O'Neill, makes sense as you double checking, making sure things to get what you want, buying materials for house. Yeah, I mean, we want to make sure we get what we want, things match. You know, as you can tell, we're very cautious with the tile. We want it to be neutral colors, nothing loud, which is kind of the opposite here. When you go tile shopping, 90% of the tile is very loud and bright. That's just the style here. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, you go to a lot of homes and they'll have, I'm not kidding you, they'll have stripes going this way, and then they'll have a room with stripes going this way, and then it'll be purple, and then it'll be red, and then, you know, all different colors. And that's their style, nothing wrong with it. But we want it to be very neutral and soft. That's just what we want. But we're trying to get the best that we can get with what's available. A lot of people say, why don't you start ordering from Manila and have it shipped in? We just don't want to do that. You know, it holds the build up. We just don't want to do that. Plus, I'm not in Manila, so how do I know the quality's really there just because they say it is? You know, and I've had people say, why don't you fly to Manila? I don't want to do all that. We're finding the best quality we can find on this island. And what we're finding out, that City Hardware and Triumph Home Depot seems to be the two stores. If one doesn't have it, the other does. Because we found like nice mirrors.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll show that on video, but nice mirrors. It's all digital. You press a button, the light comes on. You press another button, it'll defog it. It has the temperature, has the time, all on the mirror. Very nice. And we found that at Triumph Home Depot. So you can find nice things. You just got to get out there. And I just don't want to go to the contractor and say, you know, go buy me a mirror. You know, I'm sure he'll buy a nice mirror, but you know, if there's 10 choices, why can't I look at it and pick the one I want? And then of course, like the granite, for example, you know, he knows what he can spend on certain items. So if we go over, he just says, you pay the difference. And we have no problem with that. You know, no problem at all. And we did that with the granite because she picked the most expensive granite in the Philippines.
The most quality.
Yeah.
It's from Italy.
Italy, right? Yes. Okay, PPM. I've started exclusively flying in Cathay Pacific from San Francisco. It's only 18-hour flight, and the premium economy flight is not that much more. Worth every penny. Yeah, sounds good. San Francisco. Yeah, I mean we're from New York, so we got to fly to JFK, which adds more time to it. But 18-hour flight, yeah, that's better than 30 hours. Now, when I say 30 hours, that's from when we left the home till we arrived.
From door to door.
Yeah, so that's, you know, it takes us a couple hours to get from our door to JFK. It takes a couple hours from the airplane to Wilma's house in Leyte. So when I say 30 hours, it was the total trip. Gibb says 15 degrees here in Atlanta, Georgia. Wow, 15 degrees in Atlanta. Wow.
That's very cold.
I look forward to living there one day. I do hope Lori will get some time in the U.S. Yeah. Wilma really didn't want to move to the Philippines, back to the Philippines. I'm the one that kept saying back in 2012, and I did a video on that. I think it's on our main page, where I came back from a visit here, and I'm like, I think I want to retire here. I just like it here. Just the people were so nice. And then we put together our 10-year plan, because obviously financially we weren't ready to do it. You know, one of the things that doesn't make sense is come here with not enough money. It makes no sense at all. And a lot of people do that, unfortunately, and get themselves in trouble. But she was like, oh, I want to stay in the U.S. and just visit every, you know, 3 or 4 years. But as things, you know, call it progressively got worse.
Stressful.
Call
Stressful
it
job.
woke. We kind of said, you know what, it's time. So 15 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. Wow.
It's too cold.
John B. Hi, Greg and Wilma. My wife and I built a house in the Philippines, Batangas. How far are you guys from there? If you that high up, it's cool, or down closer to sea level. Yeah, Batangas is, we're from you to Manila is probably, well, we're a little further. So I would say Batangas to Manila, we're double that from Batangas to us. We're right down by Mindanao. And you know, Mindanao is the furthest south you can get. So when you look out at Apo Island from our property, that island, on a clear day, past that island is the northern tip of Mindanao. We can see the mountains of Mindanao.
Mhm.
So we're pretty far south. And that was another consideration because everybody says down here that they get way less typhoons than, say, the rest of the country. Again, they do get typhoons here. So, you know, I'm not saying that they don't, but typically they come from the east into Samar province and then they turn, and unfortunately they kind of come up by you, Batangas, and then up to like Manila, or they skirt it a little bit, hit Luzon, typically. But I'm sure our time will come. Tongass is a beautiful area. I've watched a lot of vloggers from that area. Beautiful. Okay, was that Kepler? Kepler? Minus 20 Celsius here, Edmonton, Canada. It's wintertime for sure. Gary, yes, Malaysia. It's great to see you both wearing your Christmas smiles. Yeah. We're wearing our Christmas smiles, Gary, because of the time that we had yesterday. And, you know, I know you're a religious guy. You know, Christmas is a real important time of the year. We did a video feeding the village, and that video comes out tonight at 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Christmas Eve, Philippine time. I think it's the best video I've done, and we smiled and laughed for hours. You know, we videoed a very, very small portion. There was so many great times that I didn't get on camera, but I captured a lot of them. I hope everybody watches because it will definitely put a smile on your face. It's the perfect timing, Christmas Eve, to watch a video of what Christmas is really about. Gary K., your advice is not rushing into the decision on buying land, building. We are still checking out potential sites and have been doing so for 7 months. 100% correct, Gary. And it's good that a lot of different expats say that because, you know, when one say it, but when, you know, 20 guys say the same thing, take your time, do your homework, ask questions, and ask multiple people because you may get multiple answers. We like the area, focusing on Valencia and Darwin, and that's pretty much, you're correct there. Most foreigners buying Valencia or Darwin, considering Zamboguita.
Sambuguita.
So that's a little further
Yeah.
south. Yep. We've never been there, Gary, but we know it's very close. It's like 15 minutes, I think, 15, 20 minutes from
It's
Darwin.
like 15 kilometers.
Yeah, so it's close. So depending if you're on a scooter or not, it's very close. We hear it's a beautiful area. We got to get down there. Another word of caution to all our agents selling land. Yeah. When you buy land or look at land, you wonder why there's 7 agents. I ask that question all the time. Why is there so many agents here? Because they all want a piece of the pie, you know, and, you know, I don't know. It's just the way they do it. 10-year plan. Absolutely. You know, for the new viewers, we sat down in 2012 and said, we made it a commitment. And for the next 10 years, the decisions that we made was all about saving money and just doing the right thing and scaling everything down, right down to the point that like Wilma's car that was leased got turned in 24 hours before our flight took off. You talk about perfect timing, right? We turned, now my truck unfortunately was a couple of months early, but 2 months is not bad. But we literally, I think we turned your car in on a Friday and we flew on a Saturday, right? Because we didn't have to, stress selling it. We just turned it in. So we planned well, we think. Ask me in 10 years. Michelle loves unboxing. Merry Christmas to both. I really hate to hear in New York, Buffalo, it's 1 degree right now. I wish I could go back there in the Philippines. Wow, 1 degree. Yeah, the cold weather.
I'll stay inside in the heat.
Yeah. Here it's, who knows how hot it's going to be today. Yesterday at the party, it was hot. And, I'm sitting there, saying it was hot. And then when other people come to me and go, this is like the hottest day I ever felt. And I'm like, well, it is. The weather was very nice yesterday. Aurelio's on. I think this is the first time you joined, right, Aurelio? Aurelio's helped us a lot. He has a lot of knowledge of building. He gives really good advice, and he gives advice. He doesn't get upset if we don't take the advice, but when he sends a comment, it's usually a nice comment, and I read every word, and he has a lot of knowledge. So I'm learning from Aurelio. And here's Steve. Here's another.
Yeah, hi,
That's
Steve. Hi, Aurelia.
Hope you have a wonderful day. Negros, Merry Christmas. Steve is the same thing. Steve gives great comments. We share the love of the NFL. Our teams played, and Steve's team won. But I'm a Jet fan, so I'm used to it. Steve is going to be moving to the Philippines next year, and I hope to meet you. And so Aurelio and Steve, thank you for all your comments. And it's nice to get nice comments from viewers. So thank you. So Merry Christmas to both of you guys. Aurelio, hi, Merry Christmas. Let's say the stars line up for you guys for your New York house sale and advance moving to the Philippines. Yeah, we got so lucky. 2 reasons. When the pandemic hit, and you guys know New York City was like the hot spot early on, and a lot of people could work from home that never could before, and all of a sudden everybody started leaving Manhattan, but yet wanted to be close enough to commute, maybe that 1 day a week. So we were that area. We were close enough that someone could buy our house from Manhattan. And when we sat down with the realtor said, your house is going to sell quick. And that was a worry of ours. We said, how long is it going to take? 6 months or a year? And we put the house on the market. We met with the realtor on a Saturday. She put it on the market on a Sunday. We had 4 offers by Wednesday. And we accepted the offer. Actually, it was like the second offer, cash offer. And guess where the person was from? Manhattan. Cash offer. So we did very well. Prices was already climbing, so we made more money than we thought. So just to throw a little negative in there, if we waited about 6 more months, we would have made more money because it was continuing to climb. But that means we got here 6 months sooner, and prices climbed here. So it was a trade-off. So I think we caught the inflation here. I think we beat the inflation, definitely with the price of the land, because right after we bought the land, the prices started going up. So we beat inflation for the land. The house we locked in a little bit higher than what we thought, but way cheaper than what it is now by a lot. So we kind of caught that. But now when we're buying things that we're buying, the inflation is there. So it all evens out. So we're okay. 4 inches of snow here, now here, blizzard conditions. 100-car pileup in London, Ontario. Niagara bridges to US closed. About all flights canceled. Can you imagine all the flights canceled right before Christmas?
Yeah.
You're going, you got presents and you got parties, and then it all gets canceled. Yikes. Mark O'Neill. Oh, ideal for you. Put out to your viewers to bring house items you want but not available there, such as weather stripping around doors. Yeah, good point. One thing I wouldn't do is bring 110-volt products. That I wouldn't do unless it's something that you just can't get here. What's the type of coffee maker we have?
The
Keurig.
Keurig.
So we like coffee and we like the Keurig, the one you just put the pod in. So that's 110 and it's not available here. We looked everywhere. We looked on Shopee, just couldn't find it. And then the pods, they don't exist here, but we found on Shopee the ones that you just pour the coffee in and close it and put it in. It works fine. So things like that. But you're right. Ballot buy-in box is like $100 US to come here. I guess East Coast, it might be a little cheaper with inflation and maybe a little more than that now. But I know on the East Coast, West Coast is cheaper. East Coast was $100 when we shipped them. Pack some stuff. If you have allergies or anything like that, bring allergy medicine with you. John B. Greg, do you speak Tagalog well? No. Here they speak Bisaya or Cebuano. Tagalog is more Manila. Wilma speaks both languages very well. I am learning more and more, and I'm sure in a few years, I got to try more. When I first got here, I was a little embarrassed because I don't think I have an accent, but when I say words of Bisaya, Wilma says I have a pretty strong accent. And then when I say the words, the locals laugh, and they're not laughing at me, they're laughing with me. It's not malicious at all, but they say I say the word differently than they're used to. So I'm trying. Eventually I'll get there. Greg says, all right, so Gregory says, house prices here in New York are starting to go down. Absolutely, and there's a reason for that. Interest rates are going up. So the Fed, I think I said in the last live stream, the Fed was going to raise interest rates one more time, 0.5%. That's what they did. So I was right there. I also said that the peso would go up 2 points. Guess what? It went up 2 points. So I let it go to 2 points, and I said I was going to cash more dollars, and I did. As soon as because I was greedy last time, and it kind of hurt me a little bit. I was waiting for 60, and I was waiting at 59. So I cashed. It went up 2 points. I cashed more, and then now we'll just see what happens. So with interest rates going up, trying to slow down inflation, house prices will start coming down. Scott, hi, Greg and Wilma from Montana.
Hi, Scott.
Regular viewer, regular commenter. Lisa, Merry Christmas, lovely couple. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Loving the house and the pup dates. Yeah, we're having fun. We're gonna miss the puppies. We're gonna miss them because they're starting to get real fun, and they had their first solid food yesterday. Put that in the video yesterday. And we're going to miss them for sure. But they're going to good homes. They're going to 2 very good homes that the people are going to take care of them. And I was very specific that they have to be fed well. Christian Smith. Hi, Wilma and Greg. Just caught your live stream. Merry Christmas, Christian. Rory. Any chances to keep Filipino in the yard? Yeah, Filipino. They have been adopted. Wilma and I go back and forth. We're going to do a lot of traveling, and I know our neighbors would watch the dogs, but Wilma and I made a pact that we were going to wait 6 months before we make any decisions with a dog. But now we have Sandy. Now, Sandy is not our dog, it's our neighbor's dog. And the neighbor knows that it's their dog. But Sandy doesn't go there much, but I do see her sneaking over there. So I don't know if they feed her a little bit or not. I just don't know. I just know how thin she was when, so we do got to be cautious. At some point, maybe we go to the neighbor and ask, but we have basically adopted her, call it unofficially. And, you know, guys, this is not my country. So I'm extra cautious on everything that I do. That's just me. I'm a guest here. And with any guest, I could be asked to leave. So I do not want to do anything that is against the grain at all. Call me a little paranoid, but you know, I try to be respectful to everybody, do the right thing. You know, like with all the permits and everything, we do everything perfectly because we don't want any issues. So is Sandy ours? Yeah, kind of. Will we keep her around? Yeah. But we're going to have that conversation with the real owner because, like I said, we do see her going over there once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she hangs out with us. Christian says they laugh at me too when I speak Cebuano because they're not used to hearing their language spoken differently. That's a good way of putting it, Christian, because I do say things differently. But you're correct. It's not to laugh at you, but laugh with you. 100%, 100%. I've never seen anyone here mock anybody.
No.
This never. And I know I keep saying that, and I'm sure people that's never been here, viewers, just says, he's just saying that, making it sound better than it is. I'm not. It's just everyone is just so respectful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're called sir or madame.
Madam.
Right? She's called madame all the time, sir, all the time. I try to do work around, like I'll rake some landscaping, and one of the guys see me comes over and say, sir, no, let me do it. I'm like, no, you're laying tile, let me rake. They don't want me to do anything. They want to do it. If I carry anything heavy, they run to me and say, sir, no, I will carry that for you. Same thing with grocery store.
Yes.
If I, you know, we get groceries and we have our own bags, we don't use the plastic. We have our own, you know, bags, shopping bags. And then I'll grab the bags and go to walk out, and they're like, no, I'll carry it. And then a lot of the guys, what we're finding out, the stores are telling the workers, don't take a tip. So they're not doing this to get a tip. They're doing it because they're nice. But we sneak it, and they say, no, sir,
Not allowed.
we're not allowed to take a tip. And then a couple of times they say there's cameras. We're not allowed to take a tip. But what we do is say, hey, put it in the back of the truck, like in the back seat. And then Wilma gives them a tip inside the truck, and then they'll take it. Let's see, what items you wish you send in your ballot buying box of Philippines that you shouldn't have sent. We ship 35 ballot buying boxes, and we ship a lot of stuff. Clothes would be something that I think that you should send a lot of. We sent a lot of clothes. We sent a lot of shoes. I wish I sent more shirts.
Yeah.
And I know I have more in ballot buying boxes, but I probably have 15 shirts that I'm rotating. And then shorts, probably 20 pairs of shorts that I'm rotating. I know I have more.
You have more.
But I just don't know what box they're in. So I don't want to open up a bunch of boxes. And now that's enough. When we get into the house, but I would say maybe like, you know, a lot. We shipped a lot of tools, but the question was what wish you would have sent. Probably like more allergy medicine or Tylenol. Tylenol here is very expensive, more expensive than the US. So more Tylenol, stuff like that. But I think we did a good job.
Yeah, just make sure you check the expiration when you
Yeah, good point.
Send a package here with you, especially when it comes to Tylenols and all that.
Yeah, you can get like everything else you can get here. You go to a pharmacy, everything's there. But things like Tylenol or I take Zyrtec, and it's pretty cheap here, but I guess it's about the same price.
Zyrtex is about the same.
Yeah, it's about the same price. So quick come to mind, I would say Tylenol. That's very expensive here. Rory says, you're missing a windy winter blizzard. Yeah, big blizzard. Aurelia, we're ready and prepared to sell now. Ukraine war after the COVID pandemic and rising interest rates. We have lost 200,000 as of now from Wilmington. Yeah, yep. You got to catch it at the right time. We did. I mean, if we waited 6 more months, we would have probably made another 20, 30,000. But then it would have delayed things. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, now that things are going to turn,
Yeah.
I've always said, and what do I know about finances? But I always watched Lowe's and Home Depot stock. So when things are going well, their stocks go up. When the economy starts slowing, like home sales start slowing up, their stock goes down. So as soon as you see their stock going down, you know things are starting to turn. So yeah, unfortunately. So you just got to hang in there, and hopefully it comes back. Obviously, how Sandy was not in great health and being neglected. I think you did the right thing by taking care of her. Yeah, Scott, I agree. And we didn't video what she looked like very early on. When we found her the first time, she was 1 day away from dying.
Yeah,
She
very
was
sad.
she was laying in the sun on a rock, couldn't move, would not get up. And we didn't know if she was sick or rabid, or we just didn't know. So skinny, and we tried to feed her, and she didn't want nothing to do with us. And it took about a month for us to even pet her. We couldn't get within 6 feet of her. Other than that day, she was just down and out. But we would leave her food and then just walk away. And then once she started up and around a little bit, she got beat up all the time. I mean, beat up bad. I mean, she would be bleeding. She got beat up so much from the other dogs. And it's not like that no more. She's got her strength. There's no more cuts on her. She definitely needs to see a vet. So we need to take care of that. She needs a clipping to get some of that long hair trimmed. But she's doing so much better now. And she is the best dog.
Sweetheart.
She's something.
She's so sweet.
No matter where we are, she is. I think you guys see that she's always walking around when we video. All right, we're gonna go through this quick. I want to try to end this. We got 34 people on, 27 likes. So we'll speed this up real fast. Maybe get dogs their vaccines, especially rabies vaccines. Yes.
Don't forget Christian.
Christian?
Yeah.
It's freezing cold, 5 degrees. It feels especially cold when you've been to the Philippines since 2016. Yeah. When your blood thins out, like they say, it takes a while. And then it takes a while if you have that thick blood from the cold weather come here, you'll sweat like crazy. Yes, the weather, many airports are closed. Very many are sleeping at the airports. Can you imagine? Don't worry about the NFL game. Believe me, I hold my breath every game. Yeah. Vikings,
You're doing good.
I
though.
think they're a good team.
Yeah.
Scott, 35 boxes. Where did you store them? We stored them at Wilma's home in Leyte. And then when we moved here in June, we rented a 3-bedroom townhome that we're in right now. So one of the bedrooms is full of the boxes, 35 Balikbayan boxes. Steve, I will be shipping 2 Balikbayan boxes when I leave. I really have them since I have friends in Harriman who are helping me ship them. No places to ship locally. Yes. Yeah, we know Harriman very well. So yeah, ship over stuff. Because of the pandemic, it took 90 days, right? 90 days to get here. Aurelio, regarding regional and local culture, if I'm not wrong, Negros and Bacolod is called the place of gentle people. Yeah, we'll end the live stream there, Aurelio. Exactly right. It's called The Place of Gentle People. And when you look at the Dumagetti sign, that's written on the sign. So without question, there's a lot of truth to that. So guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Be safe and stay warm.
Stay warm, be safe, enjoy your Christmas. We thank you guys for watching our videos. Definitely hit the like button. And keep watching our channel, keep commenting. We like the comments. And let's bring this home build to a close here in February or March. And we definitely appreciate you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Take care.